Hello, everybody, and how are you all doing today? It is Rusty Champaign here, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. We are here once again with another first look of a game. This one is called Synergy, and this one is available as a demo on Steam, and it is due to be out. The release date on it right now just says second quarter of 2024, so they don't have an official release date. So it'll be somewhere between April and June is what they're looking at right now. The game's listed as being a post-apocalyptic city builder, so that one sounded like it was right up my alley, and I figured it would be time to give this one a look. So let's dive right in, shall we? And see what we got. So we're going to go here. So this is a campaign. It's called No Man's Land, which is a tutorial crucial to getting players familiar with the game mechanics, ensuring a rewarding gaming experience and an understanding of the game's objectives. That sounds awesome to me. Let's make that happen. So we've got this looks like it's got a bunch of challenges. So this challenge type is learn the basics of the game. So maybe this is all scenario based and you have to do good in each scenario and get as many points as you can. That's the way it seems like it is right now. I've not done anything with this game at all. Not, this is the first time I fired it up, so you're learning along with me. A group of exiles having to leave the desiccated oasis that had cradled them until then must rebuild in spite of their meager resources. However, the climate challenges them at every turn. I hate it when the climate does that. And the desert overflows with strange and dangerous mysteries. Okay, so let's take a look. And of course, it's got some nice hints down at the bottom. So we are going to pull this up and we're going to see an end to the wandering. For 2 generations, our community lived in the heart of an oasis protected from the hazards of the outside world. But this oasis, like all the others, dried out and died. We were forced to leave our home, but all is not lost. Among the stretches of sand, we reached the shores of new lakes. Their waters, no matter how foul, promise to be life saving if we can only treat them. Okay, so first thing we need, our citizens require clean water to survive, and in order to obtain it, you must build a pontoon so your citizens might draw toxic water from the lake using special canisters. Toxic water must then be treated and purified in a retention basin to then become clean water, which your citizens can drink. So that looks like it might be a pontoon. Or, oh, this must be the pontoon, which gives us the toxic water, and then that's the retention basin, which would give us clean water. Okay. All resources must be stored in the water tower, clean or toxic water, in the cellar, food and clean water, which are the resources the citizens use to feed themselves, and in the small warehouse, all of the resources. So this must be a water tower. I'm guessing this is a cellar, and I'm guessing this is a small warehouse. Citizens don't fetch resources if they have nowhere to store them. Okay. So up here, we got basic controls. We need to set up an infrastructure for extracting, purifying, and storing water. So in order to move, you can move the camera to a water spot. You can use the middle. You can use the scroll to zoom in and out. You can hold down the right mouse button to click and then move. Yeah, hold down the right mouse button and then move the mouse around to move your location. So okay, so it's pointing down here. So this looks like it's an area where we need some water. Okay, so now it says let's set down a pontoon, a retention basin, and a water tower. So we're going to open the construction menu, and then we want a pontoon. So we're going to set one of those up, and we will set it up in an area where it doesn't have red. So the pontoon itself has to be on land, but then everything else has to be over the water. So we'll set it here. Okay, and then we need oh, did it not take it? Let's see. So shift to flip the building, right to quit the mode. Okay, so now I'm assuming they're gonna start building it. We shall see. There's a building site. Okay, so we need resources. Oh, the citizens are bringing the resources. Okay, so here come the resources from the people, and they even have names. How cool is that? Hi, citizens. Thank you for helping here. Okay, so then we need a water tower. So we're going to do this, which is going to give us storage. Can hold 400 resources. Takes one citizen to build it, I guess. So we're going to go here, and this just needs to be on land, as would be expected. We'll build it right. We'll put it over here, just in case. Okay, so then we're going to do that, and then we need a water tower, or no, a retention basin. That's the one. So that employs up to one worker. So we will set that right. So it's got to be, I guess, in the vicinity of the water is what it looks like. So we will set that here. Okay, and then now that we got everything set up, we can make the time pass quicker while we're waiting, so we don't have to watch them do their thing. So the pontoon they're almost done with. Here we can look at the water tower, so we can speed up time, and we can speed it up again. So how fast can you speed it up? Oh, 4 times speed seems to be the maximum that you can do. So we'll just let them do their thing and get all this built. And if we look here, oh, this has no assigned worker. I'm guessing maybe that's because it's, oh, maybe it's got to be built first. Okay, so let's slow this down. All right, so we're going to look at this. Construction completed. Awesome. So it can hold, it looks like, yeah, so it can hold clean water and toxic water. And now we've got a retention basin, which is just about finished. So we're going to speed time up again and get that done. Okay, so now we'll slow down time. Okay, so we've set that up. So we need to now assign 2 citizens to a pontoon and 1 to a retention basin. So these need workers in order to make them actually function. So we're going to go here to the pontoon, and then we're going to go here and assign citizens, which apparently you can do with the S key as well. Yes, you can. So we're just going to hit the S key, or you can just click in there, and that will do it. So we got 2 citizens that are going to work. I don't see, I guess we have 10 citizens. Yeah, we have 10 in total. And we have 2 that are working, apparently, and then 8 that are not working or they're just on other tasks. And then we're going to go here to the retention basin and we're going to put 1 there. And they are just now, they're just waiting for toxic water. So they can't do anything until the water gets to the retention basin. And then once the water goes from the pontoon to the retention basin, then we should be good. Okay, so now we have a water treatment infrastructure and the foundations for a healthy, sustainable irrigation system. However, the seasons come and go, severe and unpredictable. We risk disaster if we harvest only what is sufficient for immediate consumption. To keep our waters, to keep our buildings running smoothly, we need to store enough clean water to prepare for a drought. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so then let's see. Obtaining clean water is crucial to the city's survival and development. Water's rarity forces you to balance the expanding population's growing demand with the means of supply and the climate conditions. Some climatic events, such as the dry season, can end up being fatal for an ill prepared city, as the means of supplying water are slowed significantly or even stopped. Luckily, the upcoming climatic conditions can be consulted on your interface, displaying the weather for the current cycle and those to come. A cycle is a unit of time made up of 40 days. And all this information can be found near the speed controls, which are down on the left. So, okay, there we go. So if we look here, so it's going to be temperate. And so, yeah, a few clouds shield us from the sun's rays, and water can be drawn or filtered without too many losses from evaporation. Most plants blossom during the season. Temperate again and temperate again. Okay, so that's good. So now we need 1 more retention basin and then another citizen, and then we have to obtain 20 clean water. Okay, so we will do that. I'm already liking the fact that it's got a nice tutorial here to kind of guide you through the early steps, so that's kind of nice. So we're going to build another retention there. We're going to hit escape. We will speed up some time. So we'll get time sped up. You can also do F2 to speed up time, it seems to be. So time is now being sped up. If we look at this, it is now about 20% done. If we look here at the pontoon, okay, so this is like 50% efficiency, and I'm guessing that's because we only have 2 workers there, and we could have 4, and that would probably increase the efficiency. So now we have water in the retention basin, and they are now taking it and turning it from dirty water into clean water, which apparently takes 8 days. And I don't know if that's going to turn 20 into 20. That's my guess, is that it'll do 20 into 20. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to slow this down. Now we need another worker here, and we have 7 available. So now we have 1 worker there. They are just waiting for water to come again from the pontoon. And once the water comes from the pontoon, it should flow to the retention basin, and we should be in good shape. So now we're just going to wait for 20 clean water, which I'm assuming is going to happen here. So we're going to speed up some time. So this would take 8 days. So we're on day 19, apparently. So, or maybe it's 8 days total. So we should have this by day 23, I'm guessing. That's what it appears to be. I'm kind of looking in both places. Yeah, so we'll be about day 23, and then we'll have, I'm guessing, 20 clean water. So this person's just kind of chilling out, hanging, waiting for some water to show up. And yeah, the people at the pontoon are working on getting the water there. So now we're going to slow this down, and we're going to see what happens here when this completes. So this should take 20, and I'm guessing it will then take it and put it into the water tower. So let's see. So that is the retention basin. So maybe I'll speed it back up again and see. Oh, now they took it. Okay. So it was sitting on the side. So they took it and put it into the water tower. Got it. So now the next thing, at home, the Oasis's inhabitants have slept for too long under an open sky, separated from the ravages of the climate only by a stretch of canvas. We need to house them in permanent buildings. To do this, we will need materials and warehouses to store them in. Piles of rock likely to suit our needs can be found all over the area. Best show good judgment in using them. Okay, so to construct buildings, we'll need resources. They can be collected in several different ways. One simple method is withdrawing resources on the map to collect ingredients. The Withdraw Resources action is available in the Quick Actions bar. This action allows you to withdraw resources and plants from the map so you can collect them with the consequence of destroying the object or plant. I hate when that happens. Okay, so use this method to collect rock from rock clusters, and then to begin, find the rock clusters on the map and withdraw them. And remember to build a small warehouse too, so you'll be able to store these. Okay, so we need a small warehouse. We need to put it near our rock clusters. So rock clusters are apparently this direction. Yeah, we got a bunch of rock clusters here. So we will build a small warehouse kind of right here. We'll put it right here. So here's a small warehouse. We're going to set it right about here because it's near all these rock clusters. And you can hit shift to flip the building and make it face a different orientation. And so we will put the small warehouse here. And then now we can carry out a withdraw. So we've got this withdraw resources lit up. So we can do that here. So now I think we're okay. And then do we have to? No, that's a construction. So now we do have a couple people that are coming here. I believe they're to build the warehouse. And then if I look here, oh, I guess I've got to hit it again. So, all right, so we're going to go and click on this. And now someone is going to go there and withdraw the resources. And then we have to obtain 30 boreal rock. So if we look, does it say how much there is? Oh, it says there is 30 in that rock cluster. So theoretically, we'll get this rock cluster completely, get it completely depleted. They'll take the rock and they'll put it into the small warehouse. And then we should have all of that taken care of. So this is going to take a little bit of time. This will also take a little bit of time, so we'll speed this up, get this all moving. It's nice that they give you this little speed up function. So that way we don't have to watch them do their thing. So hopefully this will all get done right about the same time. It doesn't look like it did. So, all right, so we'll take the pause off. So no storage. Oh, okay, so now they're taking it and putting it into storage. Okay. I don't know why the person is hot pink, but for some reason they are. Okay, so now if we look over here in the small warehouse, it shows us what it can hold. So it can hold up to 800 capacity. And these are all the different things that it can hold. Okay, so now the next thing we have is housing. Citizens need a roof over their heads to keep them safe from the climate and so they can live in decent conditions. Your citizens will go eat, drink, and rest at home, making their home's placement strategically important. When refreshing themselves, citizens consume food and clean water. These resources are drawn directly from a nearby cellar. This is why houses must be set within a cellar's range. Okay? As well as setting houses within the right range, if the citizens are able to eat and drink, there must be clean water and food in the cellar. This is why all storage spaces automatically ask for 20 units of each resource, so citizens will bring those in. Within a storage spaces interface, you can modify the number of resources requested or even refuse a given resource completely, which can be convenient when it comes to defining where certain resources are stored or even to prevent citizens from eating certain food supplies. Okay. And then it's all resources must be carried between structures by citizens. It's of vital importance to keep a sufficient number of citizens unassigned to any building and therefore available for courier duty. All of the couriers. Citizens automatically place a higher priority on your direct orders, with the tasks they consider most important coming second. However, you can make any order or building a priority relative to any other order or task. For example, your citizens will fetch and collect the resources of a building marked as priority before any others. Okay, so we've done all of those things. So now the next thing, we have to build a cellar and we have to have 3 houses within range of it. Okay, so we're going to build a cellar. And if we look here, these are our different things. So that's a stone house, rudimentary tent. So where is the cellar? I'm kind of looking on here. So let's see. If we go here, now place the houses within the cellar's range. Okay, but I kind of need the cellar first. Let's see. Housing, resource extracting, resource refining, storage, cellar. There we go. I knew I'd find it. So let's see. Where can we put the cellar? Want to kind of have it within range of the clean water, I want to say. So we'll put it here. And then we will, on top of that, we will get a few houses, which looks like it's going to be the housing. And we just need some stone houses, I guess. And they got a couple of nice styles. So we'll build 3 stone houses and put them within range of the cellar. And we'll put them all around the cellar. There we go. So we got 1 on each side of the cellar, and we got 3 houses within range. So looking at this right now, we've got, everyone seems pretty healthy. We got 10 population, and we have 6 people at work and 4 on other tasks. And that seems like it's a good balance. I'm going to go with that and say that it is. So if we look down here in our small warehouse, we have rock, and now they're storing bark and they're storing cooling ointment. I don't know if that's, I don't know where that came from, but it came from somewhere. So I'll just go with it. All right. So now we're going to wait for our houses to get built and for our cellar to get built. That should not take all that long. It looks like they're actually moving quite quickly on all of these. So we don't have a worker assigned to here because all of our people are working at this point. So that was why that last one was not building. So 2 of these are done. Okay, so now we're going to slow this down because things are happening here. So let's see. Build 1 cellar, have 3 houses within range of a cellar. Okay, now this is doing this fancy look. I'm not quite sure what that is. No food in nearby storage buildings. Oh, I guess I should have put the storage. Well, no, that's the cellar. Oh, okay. So they'll get some storage in there at some point. Okay, got it. So now we'll get that moving again. I shouldn't worry that much. Let's just let the houses get built, and then we'll go from there, and we'll see what it says. Okay, so this one is being built. We'll speed up time. Let that get rolling, and hopefully they will have that done pretty soon. Yeah, we're just about there. So we had a small glitch in the game here. So let's see. Oh, so we did lose a little bit here. So so we've got the sites up. So now we just need to wait for them to get built. So we're going to see if this works again. So we're going to speed up time once again, and hopefully this works. Small glitch there. So I guess that's to be expected. All right, so now we're just waiting for all of this to get built once again. We'll see whether or not this works this time. Hopefully it will. So, all right, so the cellar is built, and these houses are being built. So they're just about done, and now this house is being built. Okay. So it is just about there. So hopefully this time this one will build and not not cause the game to crash. So we shall see what happens here. And there we go. Perfect. Okay. So now we got it. Step complete. Life-saving curiosity. The supplies we carried with us are dwindling by the day, but Picking the region's strange, thorny fruits is risky business, and eating them is even riskier. Before collecting anything, we have to rule out any danger in exploiting these plants. Our scientific knowledge is limited, but the old distiller at the Oasis has sufficient equipment to carry out basic chemical experiments. By providing him with a mobile workspace, we can begin our botanical studies. So now at the houses, we have 4 adults and 0 children that have joined the city. Okay. Carrying out environmental analysis thanks to the field lab will allow you to bring to light characteristics of the local flora. Understanding your environment is the only way to get resources without causing suffering to your citizens or destroying your environment. The first analysis type, surface analysis, informs you on the results of the withdraw resources action and the harvest action on your plants. So then harvest actions require a harvest building. And when a harvest action is carried out on a plant, that plant switches growth stages rather than being destroyed, making this a more sustainable action. So you can harvest it as opposed to withdrawing resources. And then since it doesn't destroy the plant, the harvest order continues to be applied to it. That way, citizens will interact with the plant every time it passes into the appropriate growth stage. Okay, so let's slow things down. Okay, so now we need a field lab. So let's get a field lab. And I guess we can put that just, I guess, anywhere. So we'll go here, and we're going to look down here. Understanding the world, a field lab. And we're going to we'll put that just about here. That feels like a place to put a field lab. I don't know for sure. And then we have to build a picker's cabin. So a picker's cabin is going to be also here. This is going to be in harvesting. So we will set this here. This employs up to 3 people. Beginning of a new cycle. So we're in another temperate season. So the cycles have changed over here. So now we're in cycle number 2. So a picker's cabin, and this allows us to do fruit picking and trimming. So we'll set one of these up, and we'll set it up. If I hit escape, so we can set it up anywhere. We'll set it up close to these plants over here. So we'll set that there. And then we have to analyze a moisture pods bearing plant. Okay, so now we're going to speed up time again. Let things move forward. And we're not going to worry too much about this no food because we've got I'm just letting the tutorial play out here. And we're going to see what happens here. So the field lab is currently... so they built the picker's cabin first. Okay, I was hoping they'd build the field lab first, but they decided to go in the order in which they chose. I should have had them build the field lab. How do I get them here to actually build the field lab? What is everyone working on? So we have 4 workers available. Oh, or is it built? Maybe it's already built. Oh, it's built. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we're going to slow down time. And we're going to assign 4 citizens to the field lab. And now they're going to, if we look here, so we can add analysis, and we're going to do surface analysis. Okay. And we're going to do that on is this a moisture pods bearing plant here? Oh, no, that's a sharp bush. And so how about this? Can we, actually, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And how about this? Is this a moisture pods bearing plant? No, that's a sunshade tree. I wish I could see. All right, let's just close out of this and let's see if I can find a moisture pods bearing plant. Where would a moisture pods bearing plant be? So let's see. If we go back here again, where is that one? I'm guessing. No, that's another sharp bush. I just need a moisture pods bearing plant. Where would a moisture pods bearing plant be? Is it way over here? What is that? That's a cabbage shrub. It's interesting because you would think that they would kind of show you. Let's see. Are you a moisture pods bearing plant? You're a riverbank finger. Maybe it's just anything is a... Maybe they all have moisture pods, and maybe that's the thing I'm messing up. So let's just let it do its thing. And we'll get some research going on here. see if maybe these have moisture pods. I'm not quite sure. So this part I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. So we're receiving an analysis report. So now I guess if we look at our analysis, um, so our book of knowledge. So if we go here, I tried to click on that. I was hoping that that would do something. It does not appear as if it did. So we have two citizens that are homeless. We will take a look at that in a minute. So, all right. So let's see. If we look at a sharp bush, okay. So we looked at a bunch of different things here. So I was hoping this would tell us something. It does not appear to. So I wonder, huh? Are they still working on it? Oh, so we're receiving analysis reports. Okay, so it's working on it. So all right, so this is okay. So this gives us moisture pods. If we do that, and if we pick it, and if we prune it, we get sticks. So if we just, I guess if we just pick it, we get moisture pods. Okay, so not sufficiently developed to give relevant information on its operation. We have to find a way to allow it to flourish here or elsewhere. Okay, um, and that just we can chop that tree down to get its bark. Okay, so what else can we analyze then? Let's see. How about this? Or did we already do a sunshade tree? We may have already done a sunshade tree. Um, let's do one of these riverbank fingers. So right now I'm just kind of picking things to research. We're going to see, okay, so we did analyze a moisture pods bearing plant. And now I guess we can start picking some pods. So we're going to take a look at that. Oh, that's the tree again. I think that's the same one I already did. Okay, so we're going to try picking some pods. So we're going to go here and we're going to not withdraw resources. We're just going to pick. So can we go here and pick? Let's see. I see withdraw resources, but I don't see pick as an option. I guess that's what we do. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna just withdraw resources. Let's see. Um, so if we go here, can we? I was wondering if it was going to show us an option to pick something, but I'm not seeing it. So we're going to go here, and I guess it's going to withdraw them because it feels like that's the thing to do. I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. So we shall see what happens. I'm assuming that that's then going to get rid of the plant. Yes, it did, which is kind of what we thought it would do. And then the question is, how many resources does that give us? And I wonder if I should have set the small warehouse over here. I wonder if I can move the small warehouse. Yeah, because this is not a good place for this anymore. So let's see. Can we move this? Can we pick this up? I wonder if we can. It does not appear as if we can, or at least if we can, I don't know how to do it. So let's see. I'm not seeing anything down there that talks about moving it, so I might just have to suffer from my choices, and that will be fine. So let's see. So we have now obtained not that many moisture pods. So how do we go about getting some more? Let's see, because we only have 4 at this point. And so it's taking them, and I think it's putting them into the warehouse, and then from there, bringing them into the cellar. So let's see. I guess we got to do some more analysis, or do we? Let's see. Withdraw resources. Did we do it on these riverbank fingers? That gives us seeds. Okay, that's not going to be helpful. I want to see if there's something that we can do that's going to not like completely tear up the resources. But so far, I'm not finding it. So those are riverbank fingers. And then we got a bunch of sharp bushes. Maybe I've just got to do the sharp bushes. Maybe that's what it is. All right. So I guess we have to maybe go here and take these down. So that's what we'll do. It doesn't feel like the thing to do, but that's what that's the route we're gonna take. It might not be right, but it's the route we're gonna go. And we'll see how many of those we get. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ready to go. So I would then theoretically need 2 more. So there's one. And then is there one more somewhere? Because I'm guessing they're going to show us how we can then replant moisture pods. So we'll do one more over there. Okay. So, yeah, so right now everyone is now gathering everything. So we'll go in here and we'll speed up time. Oops, we'll hit escape. We'll speed up time. We'll let everyone get everything gathered. And then that should get us with this part of the quest done. Or at least that's what we hope. So let's see what we got. So all the gathering is currently occurring at this point in time. There's some ruins there. At some point, I'm sure we're going to find out more about the ruins, but right now we're not going to worry about that. So do we have only 16? Do we need 2 more? I'm guessing we need 2 more. I thought we had enough, but apparently we do not. So let's withdraw a couple more resources. So we'll do that one. Whoops. And we will do that one. Okay. Now we'll speed up time again and let those get harvested. And then I think it will take that. Yeah, so that's the unfortunate part because it takes it straight from the warehouse and then it puts it into the cellar. So had I known that it was going to do that, I would have put those somewhere else. Or maybe some of them don't have moisture pods. I wonder if that's what the issue is. I wonder if the small ones don't have moisture pods, and I wonder if that's what I'm messing up. So let's do one more that actually is a full-sized plant. Okay, so we will harvest, or we will withdraw your resources. We're not harvesting. We're just withdrawing all the resources, which is not the efficient way to do it. I know, but I have not figured out what the efficient way to do is. What the efficient way to do it is yet, and I'm assuming that somewhere in the tutorial they tell us. So right now we're just doing it the Rusty Champaign way and seeing if this is right. Okay, so let's see. To acquire some resources, you will need to go through a refining stage. Such is the case with tools which are assembled in the forge and meals which are prepared in the kitchen. Some production buildings are multifunctional and can produce several resources. The production module enables you to choose which resource you want to produce and how you want to produce it by selecting the desired recipe. This allows you to adapt to the resources available in your environment. And then production speed varies depending on its efficiency, mostly affected by the number of active citizens working in there. Recipes can be affected by buffs or debuffs, weighing on efficiency, resource cost, and yield. These adjustments can derive from multiple sources. So buffs from research projects, buffs from being within range of other buildings, and debuffs during difficult weather. Okay. So let's slow down time. So now we need a kitchen, a forge, 40 simple meals, and 10 tools. Okay, so, and again, I'm guessing the good place to put this, I'm guessing the good place to put the kitchen is going to be near the cellar. So we're going to do that. So we're going to go here to resource refining, and we're going to build a kitchen, and we're going to build it in the neighborhood of the cellar. So we'll do that, and this needs boreal rock. And so they'll get some boreal rock over here. And then we need a forge, which is going to then, we'll put that down here near our warehouse. So we're going to set that here over this way. All right. And then we need some simple meals and we need some tools after that. So we're going to speed up time again. Oh, we need more rock. I'm out of rock. That's the issue. So we got to harvest more rock. So let's get that done. Let's get a harvester there, a harvester there. Yeah, because we completely run ourselves out of rock is what it is. So if we look here, yeah, there's no rock to be found. So let's see, is there more that we can harvest? Yeah, so let's harvest a little bit more. Let's get a few more people going. So yeah, because we've got plenty of people that are able to do it, it looks like. So let's make that happen. I do like the graphic style on this. This is kind of neat. Just with all of the color palette that they're using, and just the way that this is set up, it's definitely a unique look. I haven't seen one like this before, which is that was probably the idea. So it is kind of neat the way that they make this look like it's its own unique civilization. So All right, so they are now working on getting the rock to these locations. And it is nice that they have the speed up function here. That is very, very, it does help out a lot because otherwise you'd have a lot of sitting and waiting, and that wouldn't necessarily be the way to go. So if we look here, that is more than halfway built. And if we look down here, this is almost halfway built at this point. And then we can get a forge and we can get a kitchen. So we have a kitchen. So let's slow this down and we're going to see what we need to do in the kitchen. So if we click on the kitchen, we need, in order to make a simple meal, so we'll make 10 simple meals with 6 moisture pods, 6 vegetables, and 4 clean water. So we have no vegetables. So we have to find some vegetables. So if we go back to our book of knowledge, did we find anything that gave us vegetables? I don't know. I'm assuming, oh, so we should probably look at the cabbage shrub. And I'm guessing that the cabbage shrub would probably give us some vegetables. So if we go back to here, if we go back to the field lab, we're in another temperate cycle. So if we go to the field lab and if we do an analysis on the cabbage, that should, I'm guessing, give us the vegetables that we need. So let's speed up time a little bit. So they're doing some research then on the cabbage, and they're on their way back with said research. And we'll see what the, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So they're on their way back with the research. Now, if we look, we should have an analysis on there, and that does give us the vegetables. So this will, okay, so now we can prune. Oh, no. So, all right, so we can pick them on a regular basis. So I still don't know how to pick. That's the only thing I haven't figured out is exactly how do you pick something? And I'm assuming that it's probably easy. It's just I'm not seeing it here. So let's see. If we, oops, if we just go here, can we just pick it? Um, so let's see. Book of Knowledge, Analysis History. So that tells us, but I don't see a pick action. The only thing I see here is withdraw resources. So we're going to withdraw resources. Again, I don't know if this is the way to go, but it's what I seem to know at this point. So we're going to get some of these. I don't know how many of those give us, but we shall see. So we're going to give these a little bit of a trimming. We've got a few more out here, so we'll get a few more of these. And then once we have all of these not harvested, we're taking everything. We're making off with the product. So, yeah, I'm assuming that we're going to learn how to pick things at some point down the road. But right now, if we know how to pick it, I don't know how to do it. And I'm regretting more and more having the warehouse there because they're taking everything to the warehouse and then back to the cellar. Mistakes have been made. Okay, that's fine. It's a first playthrough. It's a first look. Now you know what not to do when you do this. So don't put the warehouse way away from the cellar. That's not a good idea. Okay, so now we're going to assign some citizens, and they will make some simple meals. So yeah, now they're working on getting the simple meals here. So yeah, I'm assuming that each of those makes I'm assuming that each of those cabbage plants gives us 2 vegetables, similar to the way that the other ones gave us 2 moisture pods. So we're going to have to cut down, I guess, in order to get 40 simple meals, we're going to need a total of 12 of the cabbage plants. Yeah, that would be what we would need, I think. So, yeah, so we got 10 going, so we're going to have to get, I don't know how many of those I got, so we'll do another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might have been those were the ones that we did because maybe we did 5 others before that. So we'll do another 7. While that's going, we're going to go down here to the forge and we're going to get the forge rolling. So at the forge, we need water and we need, oh, so that's good. It's good that we needed sticks because, so yeah, we did have to completely knock those down in order to get the sticks. So that's fine. So how many people do we have available to work? So it looks like we have we only have a couple that are not available. So I should probably build another house. Because I look up there, I've only got one that is not on tasks. So I should probably build rotten resources. Why are those rotten? So let's see. Biodegradable waste can be a natural consequence of our work processes, or a product of poor resource storage. However, it can find use within a composter. Um, hmm. I wonder what caused that. I don't know. Hopefully, it was nothing we did. Did we actually make some simple meals? Huh. I wonder if we did some bad stuff. There's there's a possibility that we did. So yeah, it's doing things, or I wonder if these are I don't know why that's happening. For some reason it is, but I don't know what that reason is. So well, one way or the other, I think we need. Okay, so these are being picked up, but there's no courier available. So okay, so we need to get some things turned off, I think. So let's turn off. Let's take you out of the forge. Everybody out of the forge because we don't have anybody to be couriers at this point. So we've made errors. So let's see if we can get a few of these things fixed. So we're gonna get some houses, and we're going to take care of that. That's going to give us some more citizens. So let's get a couple more houses built. In typical Rusty Champaign fashion, we have put the cart before the horse. So let's see if we can fix this because now we've got issues here, and we've got stuff kind of all over the place, and I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, it probably doesn't help that I had all the people picking all of the things. So yeah, we may have busted that. So yeah. Um, yeah, we'll probably have to take a look at that one again. So it appears in true fashion I have messed things up and that has caused some issues. So that's probably a good stopping point because now we're this is a mess. Yeah, in only Rusty Champagne form, we've made a mess of things. So, but yeah, that's kind of a an early look at things. I do like the fact that they give you all the tutorials on this to kind of give you an idea of all the things that you need to do, and kind of give you a nice step by step of all of the early parts of it. So yeah, that is really nice. Like I said, I like the graphics on it. I like the art style. It's very unique. I've not seen anything like that before. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see some more on this, and I will probably do some more episodes of this and try and do it as just like a series and work our way through the demo. But hopefully, this first look gave you some good ideas about the game and an idea of what to do and what not to do. Because I've definitely messed some things up. So yeah, we'll definitely you can definitely find ways to be more efficient than I was because right now I've got a giant mess here in our little area. So that is going to be it for this one. Thank you as always for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a like. If you really like this video, I'd appreciate it even more if you consider giving the channel a subscribe because we will continue to have more first looks on games as they become available, just to give you more variety because as always, variety is the spice of life. But that is all for now. Thank you again very much for being part of my silliness and part of my train wreck that I made here. I am Rusty Champagne, and we will see you later.